Okay guys, so it is our math time. You're going to need the handout that says theater seating. It is stapled and it says Math Tuesday. Now, I just realized that I sent y'all these lovely tens and ones, and I did not give y'all enough of them. That is my mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm going to show you how we can do this without using the tens and ones, where we're just going to draw the pictures, okay? So that was my mistake. I didn't think that one through. So we're going to be working on the area models. Okay, so in this theater, yesterday we talked about how we're going to different theaters and they have a different number of seats because bigger theaters are for the movies that just came out, so a lot more people are going to watch them versus movies that have been out for like maybe a week or two. They're a lot smaller and have less seats. So theater 2 has 3 rows with 16 seats in each row. So that means that we're going to do 3 times 16. And in order to be able to multiply 16 by 3, we're going to break it into tens and ones. So this 16 is actually 1 10 and 6 ones. Okay. So if I wanted to use tens and ones to draw 16, I would do and I'm doing this with a marker. Do not do it with a marker. Just use a pencil. I would draw 1 10 long and 6 ones. Okay. And I need 3 rows. So here's 1. So you need to be doing this with me on your paper. There's 2. And there's 3. So you don't have to have the tens and ones because there's not enough. You need to draw the picture. Okay. So I drew my picture. I have 3 rows of 16. 1 10, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to draw a rectangle around this. Just like this. Okay, and then we're going to separate our tens and our ones. Okay, so here's my tens, here's my ones. Okay, because in order to be able to work this problem, we're going to do it by doing the tens and ones. Okay, so over here, I'm going to write how many rows I had. So I had 3 rows, and on top of the tens, I'm going to write how many tens I had in each row. Well, I had 10 of them. Okay. Plus, I had 6 ones in each row. So basically, guys, what I did is I took 16 and I broke it into my value of 10 and my value of 1. So 16 is 10s plus 6. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to multiply my tens and then multiply my ones. So I know that I have 3 rows of 10. So that means I have 3 times 10 equals. So all you have to do, guys, you have your picture here. So I can say 10, 20, 30. Okay. So 3 times 10 is 30. Now I'm going to take my rows and do my 1. So I have 3 rows of 6. So that's 3 times 6. So that means that I have 6 in each row. So I'm going to count by 6. I have 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 6 is 18. So 3 times 6 is 18. So I separated my tens and ones. Now I need to put my tens and ones back together. So I have 30 tens plus 18 ones. What would that make? That would make 48. 48 is my answer. Now, I'm going to take what I just did and I'm going to write it in my equations. Okay, so to first start off, I was doing 3 times 16. Okay, and then what I did next is I separated my tens and ones. That's what this is showing. So I did 3 times 10, and then I multiplied my ones, which was 3 times 6. Okay, so this is my tens, this is my ones. Then we had to put my tens and ones. So we started with our tens and ones together. Then we took apart our tens and ones. Now I'm going to put my tens and ones back together. So I know that 3 times 10 is 30, and 3 times 6 is 18, because that's what our picture showed us. And when I put them back together, I get 48. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's try one more on our own. Okay. So I'm drawing a picture. I'm not going to use the tens and ones because I did not give y'all enough. Okay, so this is telling me that theater set 3 has 7 rows with 35 seats. So that means I'm going to do 7 times 35. Okay, so 7 is telling me how many groups I need. 35 is going to be my groups. Now, 35, I'm going to break that apart into tens and ones. So I have 3 tens because there's a 3 in the tens place. And I have 5 ones because there's a 5 in the ones place. So in each row, I'm going to have 3 tens and 5 ones. So let's look to see what that would be. And guys, you don't need to draw this super big. So I have 3 tens and 5 ones. Okay. I need 7 because that's how many rows we have. Okay, so I'm going to do this 6 more times to get 7. So you need to be doing that too. And if you're watching this video, you are copying exactly what I'm doing. Some of you are turning in work and it does not look, especially guys, when you submit an assignment that we have done together, that means you've watched the video and you're working it with me, it should look just like mine. Some of you are submitting in pictures that I don't know what we're doing. That's telling me that you're not watching the videos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. Okay. So I'm going to trace over it. So I'm going to do a rectangle. I'm going to separate my tens and ones. Okay. Now I have, how many rows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then I'm going to do my 10s. So I have 10, 20, 30 in each row, plus I have 5 in each row. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to figure out what we have. We're going to multiply our 10s and then multiply our 1s. So this means that I have 7 rows of 30. So over here, I'm going to write 7 times 30. And let's figure, that means that I have 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. So 30 plus another 30 would give me 60. Plus another 30 would give me 90. Plus another 30 would give me 120. Plus another 30 would give me 150. Plus another 30 would give me 180. Plus another 100, 180, 190, 200, 210. So 7 times 3 is 210. Guys, if you couldn't do that, in your head, you could always go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210. Okay? Now, that's just the tens place. Okay? So let's start filling in down here. So we know that we're going to do 7 times 35. We know that we are multiplying the tens first. So 7 times 30. And that gave us 210. Okay, now let's do the ones. I have 7 rows of 5. So I'm going to do 7 times 5. So guys, this one should be easier because you're going to count each row by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, so that was multiplying my ones. So now I'm going to take my tens and my ones and I'm going to add them back together. So that means that I have 245. 7 times 3 is 245. Okay. I want you to do the last one on your own. Okay. So you're going to have 6 times 43. Okay. That means you need 6 rows with 43 in them. Okay. So here you're going to put your tens. Here you're going to put your ones. Okay. And you need to make sure how many rows. This is the tens and this is the ones. Okay. So this is your rows. This is how many are in, how many tens are in each row and how many ones are in each row. Okay. Remember, look at your other ones we did together to help you. All right, you have to draw your tens and ones for me to see. All right, guys, and you have to fill out the bottom equation. All right.